Good afternoon. I am here in Templeton, Pennsylvania. Templeton is a community in Armstrong County with a population of a little over 300 people. And it sits along the Allegheny River. And today we are going to be riding a section of the Armstrong Trail. We are going to see the Reesedale Power Plant, Shawmut Railroad Bridge, and Eddy. The Armstrong Trail spans 36 miles along the Allegheny River in Armstrong County. The trail begins in the village of Roston on the southern end of the trail and ends in East Brady on the northern end of the trail. The Armstrong Trail is full of history and natural beauty. Beautiful views of the Allegheny River can be seen from the trail. In this video, I will be visiting Eddy, which is one of the historical sites along the Armstrong Trail. The Armstrong Trail is worth a visit. Okay, we are on the Armstrong Trail in Templeton. This was a former railroad bridge, and you can still see some of the ironworks from it. Along the trail, you can see the former Reesedale Power Plant. This plant is abandoned. I can't find too much information on it, but I did hear that that smokestack is about 1,000 feet high. Up ahead is the Shawmut Railroad Bridge. That railroad line is abandoned. River still looks a little bit low despite all the rain we've had. It's been a very dry summer. Here's another look at the power plant. Looks like it's going to rain, but there's no rain in the forecast. It's just cloudy. Here's another nice view of the bridge. I love these old truss bridges. They just have so much character. Here is a bridge that crosses Mahoning Creek. Mahoning Creek empties into the Allegheny River. And this is very similar to the bridge that is farther north that crosses Red Bank Creek. Just moving up a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. That bridge is to the north in the village of Red Bank. It's along the same trail. It's also along the Armstrong Trail. I am stopped here on this bridge. Really can't get any views of the river or Mahoning Creek because the sides are so high. Yeah. There's some of the mountain. Armstrong County is very hilly. It's the foothills of the mountains. So the topography in Armstrong, Indiana, Jefferson, and Clarion County is very similar. Here's a view of the railroad bridge I just rode over. And here is Mahoning Creek. Scenery is just gorgeous. I have to come back here in October whenever the leaves are changing. I see a red light on the bridge, even though it's abandoned. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah. It's still private property, the bridge, so stay off it. I haven't been able to find too much information on this bridge, but I did look up a site called Bridge Hunter, and according to the website, this bridge was constructed in 1911, and it's over 1,100 feet long. And it looks very similar to the Parker Bridge. So look at the tracks.
This here is knockoff Finsbury Bridge.
And once you get past the bridge, the trail is quite shaded, so it makes for a nice ride on a hot sunny day. Former village of Gray's Eddy. There's the Stone Arch Bridge, and there's a foundation, and whenever we have heavy rain, there's a really nice waterfall here. So here is the Stone Arch Bridge. I think that was built in the 1840s. I'm going to go ahead and go up and take a look at the marker. And there's a little path that leads down, but do not go beyond the path because I believe it's private property. Looks like a really old tree right there. It's really neat. I'm going to read this marker, Old Village of Gray's Eddy. Oliver Gray built the first house near the site in 1840, and the area became known as Gray's Eddy. Other people settled here too, including Robert Thompson, who built a store, a hotel, and a warehouse. In the 1880s, river travel was the primary mode of transportation in this area. Freight was brought up the Allegheny River by boat and delivered here until the completion of the railroad in 1867. Still visible today is a stone arch culvert with a cut stone wall. It's located under the trail. So before the railroad was laid, this was a stop off for boats or river raft. It's a nice, quiet, secluded area. Nice place to take a break, and there's a bench, and it's in memory of Cecil Warren Gray and Ruby Fink Gray, so they must be descendants of the original settlers. Here's another lovely section along the Armstrong Trail. There's a bench where you can take a break, maybe have some lunch and sip water. And so far, noise level is very quiet. You might hear a boat or an occasional car, but that's about it. And this trail is also part of the Erie to Pittsburgh Alliance. The goal is to have a rails to trails connecting the shores of Lake Erie to downtown Pittsburgh. Here's a nice view of the Allegheny River and the surrounding hills. I am back in Templeton after riding 3 miles north on the trail to the village of Hook Station. Hook Station is just a handful of private homes. Here's the parking area for the trailhead in Templeton. This is also a boat slip too, so you can launch a kayak or a motor boat here. the dock. This is where you can launch watercraft at. I'm actually standing on the dock that is along the Allegheny River at the boat launch in Templeton. Nice breeze here on the river. So I am on the dock. Here's a beautiful view looking downstream. Okay, I had an enjoyable bike ride. I'm going to call it a day and take off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.